Hey everybody, today what I want to talk to you about is how to automate your follow-up. We know that in sales and in marketing, the fortune is in the follow-up. In many years that I did sales and I worked with a lot of sales reps, the biggest problem was the follow-up. And every single business that I worked in, what would always happen is we would introduce ourselves to a customer or to a client, tell them about who we are and what we have to offer. They would say they're interested, they liked what we had, but they didn't have time right now to talk about it, or they didn't have time to really look at it. And so we left, and what happened? The follow-up fell apart. Nothing happened after that, and never got back to the client and never asked them again. The very best reps in the system would continue to talk and continue to be persistent going after those same people. What's beautiful is the same thing can be done online. Now, what a lot of businesses do is if they are creating ads and they do run some Facebook ads or something like that online, or Google ads, banner ads, a lot of times they put their ads out there. They may add in their audience of who they're trying to reach, and then they run that ad and they do nothing else. And so that ad gets in front of people. It might get in front of them once or twice. Most people don't click, and they run through that campaign and not a lot happens. And they're saying, hey, that didn't work. Maybe it didn't work, or maybe you just didn't follow up with that customer enough. And so what I want to teach you is how to create an automated follow-up system online with the digital tools that we have. So how we do that, first, we understand that our goal, right, is to grow an audience bigger and bigger. The bigger audience that you have in front of you, the more that you can sell to that person. But that audience, you're not going to be able to grow an audience until they know, like, and trust you. And they can't do that until they become familiar with you. They can't know you until they become familiar, right? So you have to get them familiar with you, and they can't get familiar with you until you get in front of them. So how do you get in front of them? You get in front of them simply by getting onto their device, right? Everybody has got their phones in their hand, and they're staring at their phones all the time. And what are they looking at? Oh, they're looking at Facebook. They're looking at Instagram. They're looking at YouTube, and they're looking on the web. This is where they are. We already know this. None of this is new information. We know this. This is where the people are. And so what we tend to do, what I've seen a lot of businesses do, is they may take Facebook and say, I'm going to run an ad on Facebook, and they run an ad and they lead them to their website, right? And that's it. And then people will see the ad. A few people click on the ad, they come to the website, and then they leave. And then they say, oh, why did I make a sale? Right? Because the first time they were introduced to it, they don't know, like, or trust you yet. And you sent them to a website where you probably confuse them, right? Because your website offers everything you have in front of them, and you probably overwhelm them or confuse them. Or maybe they just weren't ready yet, right? So here's the better way to do it. This is how we automate. Our follow-up. So what we do is doesn't matter what platform we use, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, right, or YouTube. Okay, let's just, for this sake, say we decide, okay, I'm going to use Facebook, right? What we're going to do is we're going to lead them to our landing page that we created, right? And we're going to capture their info or their email or info, okay? So we're going to run that. But here's what we do. Every single one of these has what's called a pixel. Okay, a pixel is just a little piece of code. Now, some of you may have heard of pixel. Some of you may totally understand what this is and doing it. Others of you have never heard of it, or you might have heard of it but never understood how it worked. So a pixel is just a simple little code that you get from Facebook. Facebook and Instagram have the same one. They work together because they're the same company. And there's another one for YouTube. You place the pixel onto your website, and every time, if you're just using Facebook, let's say, every time somebody visits your website, that pixel gets read on that person, and then you can continue to show your same ad to them on Instagram and on YouTube. And so they go back up here, and they continue to market and to follow up with that person who showed interest. They said, hey, I like what you had to say. Your hook was good. I'm interested in what you have, but maybe I'm not ready to buy, or maybe now's not the time to go through everything. So then you automate it, and they come and they see that the pixel gets added, and then they follow them around and just follows them, almost stalks them on the internet. And you guys all seen this before. It's all happened to you several times where you looked up a product and then all of a sudden that product starts popping up. What are they doing? They just pixeled you, and now they're stalking you online. For marketers, this is amazing. Okay, because then you keep getting in front and you keep following up with them until they finally say, yep, I think I want to take another look at this. And you keep reminding them that they're there and you have what they want, and they become familiar with you. And then you can once they get familiar, then they can start to know. I'm going to put this down. Know, like, and trust you. And you start to build that rapport. And then once they get to your landing page, then you lead them to your next page, and lead them to your next page, and lead them down your sales process. So then you can get a permanent customer from them. But you automate that follow-up. Now you may say, well, but that cost me a lot of money, right? I mean, to run Facebook ads and Instagram, right? Or YouTube, any one of those, they all cost money. All right. That's true. They all cost money. I don't have very much money. I can't do that. Don't worry, because what you do is you make that front end offer. You offer them what I call the Godfather offer. You make them an offer that they can't refuse. So even if you're spending $15 a day, you can control this. That's what's so nice about it. You have total control of this, $15 a day. So $5 a day in each one. You send them to your website. You sell them something for $15. They buy it. At the end, then every single client comes in, they buy it, they make $15, you break even, and then you take them to your back end sale. That's how it works. And then you create unlimited marketing dollars as well by doing this. But you want to create the pixel to your landing page so you can continue to follow up with that person over and over and over again. And that is how you create an automated follow-up. Thanks, guys. Hope that helped. See you soon.